...2023, PDP presidential candidate Atiku Abubakar wasting his time reaping what he did to ex-President Jonathan in 2015, Ohanaeze says. Wow. So what Ohanaeze is saying is that what Atiku is doing is just wasting his time. When during 2015, when they forced Jonathan out of office, Atiku contributed to that because hoping that he will win. Unfortunately, he did not win. He lost to APC, all right? Because he was doing that, thinking that he will take over Nigeria after that time. Now, because what goes around comes around anyway. So now that playing is card for him, that what he did to Jonathan in 2015 is probably what is coming back to him now as karma. Ohanaeze says this. Let's see what they have to say further. The Secretary General of Ohanaeze Ndigbo Worldwide, Okechukwu Isiguzoro, in a statement on Friday said Atiku was reaping the fruit of what he did to former President Goodluck Jonathan in 2015. The Apex Igbo Socio-Cultural Organization, Ohanaeze Ndigbo, has said the presidential candidate of the People Democratic Party, PDP, Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, is wasting his time. The Secretary General of Ohanaeze Ndigbo Worldwide, Okechukwu Isiguzoro, in a statement on Friday, said Atiku was reaping the fruit of what he did to former President Goodluck Jonathan in 2015. Nemesis has caught up with Atiku Abubakar after he treacherously rounded and hijacked some governors in 2015 to provide an opposition as against the re-election of former President Goodluck Jonathan by forming an alliance with the ACN, led by Bola Tinubu, CPC, led by Muhammadu Buhari, and ANPP, led by Ogbonaya Ono, a faction of ABGA, led by Rochas Okorocha, and the then new PDP, which he led. Okay, so he was able to lead former Governor Chibuike Amechi of Rivers State, former Governor Kwankwaso of Kano State, former Governor Aliyu Wamaku of Sokoto State, former Governor Abdul Fattah Ahmed of Kwara, and former Governor Murtala Nyako of Adamawa against their own party, PDP. Wow, just like what Wike is doing now. Now, nature has finally come up against him and he is reaping the reward. Let him stop wasting his time and resources, Isiguzoro said. Isiguzoro also alleged that God was using the G5 governors led by Nyesom Wike to deal with Atiku over what he did to Jonathan. Ndigbo commends the G5 governors led by Governor Wike for their opposition to Atiku Abubakar's presidency in the 2023 election. Whatever Atiku has sowed in 2015, he is now reaping in 2023. He and the same gang members that dethroned Jonathan chances in 2015 have also undermined the PDP zoning formula that favors the Southeast, he said. He, however, told Wike and other members of G5 to save the nation from imminent danger ahead of 2023 election. Wow. So this is great. So what Ndigbo is saying here is that Atiku is reaping what he sowed in 2015 against President Goodluck Jonathan. And that was that President Goodluck Jonathan, when he lost, he went down and said, okay, my ambition does not want a drop of anybody's blood, so I better go home. And he went home. So now Ndigbo is now recounting what Atiku did in that 2015 that made Jonathan to lose. While Atiku was under PDP, he created a new PDP, all right, and incorporated some of the middle belt governors and northeast governors to work with him, all right, and he became a rebel in the party, and he started working, even while in PDP, he was working with ANPP, he was working with ACN, he was working with AC and some other parties, all right, and now that's exactly what Wike is doing. Wike is now still in PDP and then truncating Atiku's plan, working with Labour Party, working with PDP, and also working with APC as well, and working with Kwankwaso NNPP. That is why he's inviting all of them to come and help him to commission projects in the state. He invited governor of Lagos State, Babajide Sanwo-Olu. He invited Shomole. He invited Peter Obi. He invited Kwankwaso. Now he invited Umahi, all right, of APC to come and commission state projects that he has done. Exactly what Ndigbo is saying that Atiku did in 2015 against Jonathan while in the same PDP. So what goes around comes around. So a student of history will not repeat mistakes. So now we have history and we have been schooled by history now that Atiku did this before and so it's not to be trusted. So based on this, I can also see Ndigbo here calling on the G5 to say they should save Nigeria from impending doom. All right, and the injustice that has been happening within the PDP and under the watch of Atiku. Because the G5 governors have vowed not to support any president that says they don't need Igbo president or a Yoruba president. That is an ethnic bigotry or whatever you can call it. So the G5 have said they will not support such agenda and they will do everything to correct the injustice that are taking place in PDP. All right. And so it means that what Atiku did to Jonathan in 2015 is what the G5 is doing to Atiku right now. What goes around comes around. So this is a serious one, and we hope Atiku will learn a lesson from this. What's his name? Wike, of course, is not ready to budge. The G5 is not. In fact, they have actually elevated that G5 now to form what they call integrity group. And in that integrity group, they have the likes of Jonah Jang of Plateau State there, the likes of Donald Duke of former River State Governor there, and they have Chief Bode George there as well. And now they are now calling themselves Integrity Group. Umahi of APC came and after commissioning project in River State, self-integrated himself into the G5, but he has not been accepted because since he mentioned that the G5 led by Wike has not made any statement for or against what Umahi said, that he's not a member of G5 and they are now called G6, right? Now, wow. So this is what is happening now. And so Ndigbo is saying that Atiku is just wasting his time and he should stop wasting his time. That is reaping what he sowed, what he did to Goodluck Jonathan in the past, in 2015. So he's not going to go anywhere. He's just wasting his time. And I know actually that, thank God that Peter Obi came out for this. Otherwise, Atiku would have been the best option compared to Tinubu. But now, with Peter Obi coming out now, we now have a third option and a third force, which is better than the APC and the PDP at the moment. So apart from people who are doing stomach infrastructure, asking for money from politicians, if you are to go by objectivity and by excellence and by performance, I think Labour Party right now stands out loud, stands out tall, and better than the other two parties. All right. So let's see how this will translate. Isi Guzoro, the Secretary General of the Ohanaeze Ndigbo, has said Atiku is wasting his time. So let him continue to waste his time while the other people move up the ladder to clinch the card of President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. So thank you for listening, and let's have your comment as well. This is what Ohanaeze is saying about Atiku concerning Jonathan in 2015.